I exist. I'm still alive.
What is that? This Golden Age Memoirs? Is that what this is? Know what you talking about?
Yeah, you see it? Yeah, it's got Russ's Diner from Wesleyville. Or this dude's obviously from Wesleyville, but still, he wasn't bad. He wasn't bad. No, it wasn't. I'm thinking. I thought you had something to do with it. I was like, well, Jim, look at the things, look at the name. What the fuck is going?
By the way, you know what? That conversation had me cracking up. The Bane versus Batman.
I'm telling you, man. Ebron's dagged, man, because he choked in front of big pressure.
No. I've been talking about that all week with Steelers fans.
Dude's so drop happy.
Ebron's hurt. Yeah,
he's fucking fine. Y'all, and then people are like, oh, listen, he goes to a Pro Bowl when he's got a great quarterback. You know what I mean? He's in Indy. Luck's gone. He doesn't do so good. No shit.
Well, no.
Yeah, he doesn't. I mean, we throw the ball 50, 45 times a game. You're going to have drops. No, he don't drop that many. He makes a great catch. He's fumbled before.
Oh, man.
He
definitely game winner.
He definitely, though.
He come through all year.
He's got a history of it, though, man. I mean, he can have the yips.
He's a little soft.
Yeah.
He's a little soft. I don't know about no yips. He's a little soft.
Really? There? How's he soft?
He can't run block for shit, and if you put hands on him, he'll put the ball down. He's a little soft. He can't run block for nothing. They were talking about that shit all year. He complained to the media about the tackling dummy, the blocking sled.
Yeah.
He's like, what the hell is this? He said, they got some blocking sled. We don't want to say this.
That's football 101, man.
No, man. Not today. No, people prefer the route runners. You move tight ends and route runners. That's why it's so hard to find Kittles and fucking dudes who can both.
Yeah.
They're specialized now. They're specialized dudes. Like this, but my man, every week I watch the film. We break down the film on a couple of other podcasts and that I watch, and they show him. He's like, bless his heart, he is trying right here. They were like, bless Eric's heart, he is trying right here. This Steelers, you know what I mean? We got Heath Miller, shit like that. Like dudes do it all. You know, our tight ends are usually like 6'5" and like 300. 320 or whatever, you know, they can't catch the ball. They just run block like for history for the last 25 years. This dude, no, he can't do shit. Bless his heart. He is trying.
He's doing the best he can with
what
he has.
They're like, bless his heart. He is really, he's trying. Nope, can't do it.
You guys still have Vance McDonald, right?
Yeah, and because he can't run block, Vance has been turned to a run blocker, and he's not very good at it either.
No.
But he's better than him. So the thing is, it's like...
So it's like they see him come in, most likely it's going to be a run play, you know? That's the only thing I don't like about that. Is like, you kind of tip that hat to the defense.
But so to counteract that, though, is that they do run plays with Ebron, and it's never good. The dude's like 6'5" and fucking what? He's getting blown up by cornerbacks. So
yep. You know, it's like watching a quarterback try to throw a block, man. He's like,
it's okay. It's not that bad. It's not that
I will say this though: the GOAT, Bill Belichick. If you go back, I was actually reading. This might even been back when he was Cleveland. He actually had a list of position descriptions for each position of what he's looking for that he gave to his scouting team. And then tight end, he said tight ends are pass catchers primarily, blocking is secondary. So this is going all the way back to him being in Cleveland, that they identified like, hey, your tight end needs to be a receiver first. If they can't catch, they can't play with me. So Ebron would be great in the Belichick system.
No, but that's the thing, though. I mean, when he had at the height of two tight ends, you had Gronk and the Murderer.
Yeah.
And that Murderer, he never blocked shit.
No.
But he caught the ball and Gronk blocked, but ended both.
Gronk could
The
do. I
murderer
mean,
never blocked nobody,
no.
right? You never blocked nobody. He was a wide receiver.
Yeah.
He was a mismatched wide receiver.
If he wasn't out there murdering, man, he like.
Would you say that he would have been killing it?
He would have murdered the
Murderer.
Oh, I mean, like he would have been phenomenal, man, if he would just, focus on one task at a time.
Yeah, he did. He one death at the one death in Florida, one death here.
You
He was
know,
very focused.
Yeah,
you know, take some guys out on the low.
yeah.
I mean, it's,
It was messed up too, man, because I work when all that was going on. All my boys were like, "Hey, Aaron Hernandez." Like, come on, man. Come on. Give him one of these.
Hey, he was that ass though.
oh yeah, he was amazing.
Hmm?
Was
He got the
good?
big money. He got the big money first. He
Yeah,
got the big money first. They gave him an early contract, didn't they?
I think so.
Yes, they
They
did.
gave him early.
After like 2 years,
Hmm.
Yeah.
like they're like, this dude's gonna be a shit, so they want to lock him up for sure.
Well, I also
Yeah,
think
they gave him big money.
Aaron, what did you say?
I said he was gonna be a shit, so they want to lock him up for sure.
What did you say?
they wanted to lock
They
him
wanted
up.
to lock him up. Come on, man. I walked right into that one.
That you say it.
Yeah.
Oh, you walked right down the Green Mile.
Mhm.
Oh,
Yeah.
but I tell you what, though,
Yeah.
I mean, as great as Gronk is, and I think Gronk is probably the best tight end that's ever played. I think Bill Belichick looked at Hernandez as a better player because it was more in line with what he thought a tight end was, like a big pass
Yeah.
catcher that could mismatch.
Yeah. Big time.
I mean, to put 1 and 2 to go back to Ebron. 1 is pass catching for him, and like run blocking is like 7. So
Yeah, but he's got to get Ebron's got to get better at holding on to the ball in critical moments. That's like I said, he's got a history of it.
I don't think those drops that happened last week. There's a lot of bad ball placement too. A lot of bad ball placement.
If
The problem with
you're
his-
making millions of dollars and the ball hits you in the hands, you need to be able to catch it. That's
Dude,
football 101.
2.3
That's your job.
Dude,
It's your
2.3
job.
now, man. You can't catch all of them. I know they
You can
caught
catch
more than they
most of
dropped.
them.
They caught way more than they dropped.
Did he
So-
catch more than he dropped?
It was just like it was key moments, and they always put themselves in key moments because of the way his offense is by not having a run game.
Mhm.
If you're 3rd and 10 like every 4 to 3 downs, and then you have to make that first down. It's got to be 10, 11 yards. This is the offense they're running. So everyone's like, "Oh my God, I dropped it." Well, why is it 3rd and 10?
Yeah.
Okay.
I know.
Drop passes.
It's a high wire act.
They
It's a
need
fucking
to.
high wire act.
They really need to actually like move to more like a West Coast style offense.
I don't know what they don't know what they're doing. They came in with a lot of emotion early in the season.
What?
Canada.
11-0 or 12-0, whatever the hell they are.
They
man.
just don't have that
Everybody
offensive
knows they're
identity. Is what you're saying.
Everybody knows they ain't the fucking Chiefs. Listen,
The Chiefs
They-
ain't even the
listen.
Chiefs this year, though.
the Chiefs are whatever they want to be. I've never seen.
No, the
them.
Chiefs are hanging low, and then
They're not hanging low. They got one loss, and they're just doing whatever they want. One day they want. They're like Patriots. One day they're running, next day they're passing, next day they're short game, next day they're deep balls, next day, dude, they do whatever they want
Yeah,
to
but
do.
they are
They got-
also like every team in the league right now. They are extraordinarily inconsistent. Like that game against Tampa Bay should
I don't
not have
consider
been that
the game-
close.
you know what I'm saying? The same with the Raiders. The Raiders love giving it to the Chiefs, man.
Yeah.
Woo.
They're in the division and they're built to battle the Chiefs. They know them. They know everything they're doing, so they gotta win this year. Guess what? They also got an L too, and they got 2 L's last year. Come on, man. It's like no, that it can have that loss. It's like if Baltimore beat us. We won by 5 to just because they know us.
Like okay, so like I get all that, but what I'm saying is, like, the Chiefs aren't like we had this nerd discussion for the people who are watching. We had this nerd discussion last night about you know, the Steelers are like Batman, and and the Chiefs are Superman, and the Chiefs aren't Superman this year.
Like, shit.
They,
I don't know what you look.
I mean, they're vulnerable. Like, they played more close games. Their offense has not put up the kind of numbers that it should.
Dude,
Trust me,
I
got Patrick Mahomes and Hilaire on my fantasy team, and I've won one game this year.
That has nothing to do with anything.
That stack was supposed to be dope as hell, man.
Yeah, it was.
I don't care about no fantasy.
I'm telling you, man. When I watch the Chiefs play, they flash inconsistency.
All I know about the Chiefs is this, and it was seared into my mind, is Patrick Mahomes running to his left, throwing across his body a 50-yard dime in the end zone.
Yeah.
That's been in my mind for weeks now. When I saw that shit, I was like, who the fuck does that?
He was running to the left and he threw it.
Yeah.
Right.
He didn't even reposition his feet.
Like,
it was just all arm.
No, that's Superman shit. That don't make no sense.
Yeah, but that's
news.
Yeah. Patrick Mahomes. I'm not arguing Patrick Mahomes. Do you remember? 3 years ago when Patrick Mahomes was starting to light up the league, and I said, and I quote, "This is the most talented quarterback Andy Reid has ever had." And Z, you jumped down my throat. No, Donovan McNabb. Where are we now? You're calling him fucking Superman. Who was right?
No.
I mean, that's what I'm saying, though. That was 3 years ago. And I
called it back then.
Honestly, hold up. And honestly, I'm going to tell you right now. Look, everybody called he was great back then. Listen, all I'm going to say is this. The most talent he had, I'm 47 years old. You put Donovan in this offense. Night. Get the fuck out of here.
Donovan is not. He does not the quarterback.
Donovan had to run for 60 yards on top of it.
Yeah, he can run for 60 yards. He couldn't throw short. He could barely throw long.
Patrick Mahomes is because of his experience with Donovan makes Patrick Mahomes possible.
Patrick Mahomes, okay.
I can see that.
I'm gonna put a pause on that now because coming out of college, Donovan McNabb was not nearly the passer. And trust me, living down here in Philly, I got to see a lot of Donovan McNabb. Donovan McNabb was not very accurate.
They not hated when you drafted him. So
I didn't hate him.
I'm gonna tell you right
I thought
now,
he was a good player.
I think he's a phenomenal quarterback.
But he's not Patrick Mahomes. He did not have the tool set. Just because he could run.
Philly hated Donovan.
Oh yeah, Philly hated Donovan. But I'm talking about. But I'm not being influenced by what Philly fans think. I'm being influenced by what I've actually seen because, like I said, living down here, all I got was Eagles games. So I got Eagles games. Like whenever the Eagles played, that was the only game that I had. So I watched Eagle game year after year after year after year.
Hey, those were some badass teams.
No, there were some great teams. There was a great team. But when I compare the quarterbacks,
before Shady,
Deuce McAllister, Hugh Douglas. I mean, they had to. Andy Reid can build a team. Flat out, he can build a team. But I do know that from a quarterback perspective, McNabb is not on the same tier as Patrick Mahomes. McNabb is more
next level. I think he's next level because of where the game is gone. You know,
yeah, but he's not even raw talent wise. Like he had a strong arm, he was not accurate at all. Like they actually, I remember reading about drills they used to do to try to improve his accuracy. They actually had him in goggles. That
go to the fucking NFC game 5 times and go to the Super Bowl with shit accuracy. That's absurd. But
Andy Reid was able to cover it. I'm telling you.
Cam Newton has shit accuracy.
Yeah.
MVP and Super Bowls for him too.
Cam Newton does have some. Yeah, that's just bad. But he always.
McNabb is better than Cam at throwing the ball, but not.
I mean, he's better than like most people. Throwing.
So some of the intermediate routes he was pretty good at. He was pretty good at going deep. Short, I watched him throw so many balls into the dirt.
into the ground. Yeah, he did that a lot, man.
Yeah.
It's like, I want to get it away from the defender.
I always think that's more mental than anything. Like if you don't really trust what you're doing, that deep out, that's what gets thrown in the ground, right? The deep out.
No, it would be like the 5-yard out or like a little hitch.
No, we're talking about like just like a slam from a freaking from your slot receiver, and then he's throwing it into the dirt. It's like, what are you doing, man? It's like,
that's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, that shit. When you see that, that means you don't trust what you're doing.
And why wouldn't you trust what he's doing? Because he knew he wasn't that accurate with it.
I don't know. I think you just get scared. I think they get scared. Whenever I see that, because it's always like a rookie quarterback or a young quarterback. So is that out, and it like hits the ground because that corner is right there on top of it. You don't trust it. And the great quarterbacks just throw it there anyway.
Yeah.
Or outside where the guy, they don't give a fuck. They're just like, I'm gonna make this shit.
But when we're talking about Donovan McNabb, we're talking about someone who would turf it.
I don't know. I think we're overdoing it with Donovan. I like pull up his stats or something.
Yeah, you can pull up his
stats. Is good. We're saying compared to Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, Patrick Mahomes.
Dude, we've never seen anything like this.
I still contend
he's thrown across the field, no look passes.
What you're seeing because his experience with Donovan. His experience with Donovan with an super athletic quarterback.
I have a feeling if I'm gonna make an argument with that, I'm gonna say his experiences are probably more based off of his experiences with Brett Favre than Donovan McNabb, because that's a better comparison between the two. Mahomes is more Brett Favre than Donovan McNabb.
Brett Favre. Was that 2 years?
That was in the
yeah, but he was a quarterbacks coach and offensive coordinator there for Green Bay.
I'm sure they both helped.
Yeah, but I'm just saying that Mahomes is more Brett Favre than he is Donovan McNabb.
I think he's both.
Because I mean, he can run, but he's not a running quarterback. Oh, he's a mad gunslinger. You go back to his college tape, he will just throw balls just to throw them, man.
He threw them because he trusted his arm too much.
Yeah, and that's a gunslinger.
When he got older, his arm wasn't there, and that's when he started sucking ass. He never really got better as a quarterback.
Wait. Who are we talking about now? Because I'm talking about Mahomes.
Brett Favre.
I'm talking about Mahomes in college, man. He would just throw. It was the same thing. Yeah, it was the same thing. He trusts his arm so much, he will throw it. Like, when we gush over that 50-yard rolling to your left, not even turning your hips throw, that's a gunslinger throw. Like, by all accounts, like, every quarterback coach in America is like, don't show that on TV, because if my guy tries to do that, we are going to lose all these games. They have to put a disclaimer on there that says, Patrick Mahomes only.
Only he can do this.
You are not Patrick Mahomes.
That's how you push the game, though. That's how you push the game, though. Some kid's going to be like, I'm fucking doing this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Some coach is going to be like, I want a guy who can do this.
There's going to be a lot of kids that try to do that, and a lot of those kids are going to find out that they're not Pat Mahomes.
Yeah, but it's also going to be that arm strength, athleticism. The game didn't move forward because of his play. It's like
yeah, like no one's arguing that point. I'm just saying not everybody's going to be born with that ability.
No, but you're gonna get the guys who are close to be that. You know, I mean, I really do think these players that come along, once a generation player, they change the game and they make people coming behind them better because they see things that can't be done. If you see something and you're fucking 8 and try it, guess what? One of the motherfuckers might be able to do that shit. Maybe 10 of them motherfuckers might be able to do that shit. And that pushes the game ahead. Every time you see something crazy, awesome.
Yeah, we're not arguing
that. Pushing it ahead for the better, though. You know,
for the better.
You're gonna get better play.
Now.
I mean, just look at like 3-pointing in the NBA. I mean,
that's what about Steph Curry. Steph Curry got the 3, so everyone's not be able to shoot a 3.
Yeah.
For big men shooting a 3. I mean, because the game moved to the 3, now they all have to. But the first guy was Dirk.
Really.
Yeah.
I mean, big man who shoots a 3. That's your shit, whatever. But then it started to infiltrate into Chris Bosh.
Yeah.
And like people, how many big men step out and hit that 3.
I'll tell you what, another pioneer of that, Elijah Wan, man. I watched Olajuwon go behind the arc a few times, man. He could shoot. He could
But you
play.
know what's
Man.
funny about him though? He's
Dude,
like
that dude was phenomenal, man.
that's-
Best footwork ever.
Here we go though with but here we go with that part, like you were saying about Mahomes not being able. There's only so many people.
Yeah, yeah. There's,
can be
there's,
7 foot, feet like that.
Yeah.
And Mahomes was 50 yards away, and then LeBron 6'9", 370 with point guard. Okay, there's that. There's a limitation to how some people are just freaky like that.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
But it does push, innovation. Really great players doing stuff nobody's ever seen before. It does push the game. But there is a point where,
yeah. Going back to the original point though, Mahomes is Superman, but the Chiefs are not Supermen. Like it's a beatable team. It is a very beatable team.
I don't know. You have to know them though.
Yeah, if you watch the tape and see what the Raiders do against them, because whatever the Raiders doing against them,
It's the one thing that the Steelers can't do though. The teams that have the most success against them are running teams. They run the ball down their throat.
Oh, well, this is the rebuttal from the Steelers offensive coaching staff. Check our time of possession, bitch.
Yeah, I'm not.
are you guys
Yeah, but I'm also
not running the ball, but the time of possession, all short throws are short throws on the running game. So
yeah,
that's our. I don't like it. I wish they were running the ball because I think there's physical elements. There's a physical element being taken from the game. You run the ball and get first downs that way.
It tires teams out, man.
In the fourth quarter, the opponent's giving up usually. No one's giving up against us in the fourth quarter. They're not getting physically manhandled.
Oh no, you guys gotta get everyone's best every week.
You need to get Jerome Bettis out of retirement if you're gonna bring Harrison back.
I'm saying the fourth quarter every game, the opponent has not been beaten up by us like they used to be. If we had a running game and we were pounding that ball like Patriots did, they pound the ball. Fourth quarter, people get tired. Nobody's tired against us in the fourth quarter.
Well,
that element is gone.
Another element to that is, you may have great time of possession, but that time of possession is not translating into points like it used to. That's another way that you can tire teams out, is if you're constantly getting, touchdown, field goal, touchdown, you can
That's
deflate
the high wire act. The high wire act of, like I said, 3rd and 10. Mm-hmm. Why is that happening every game? They don't have a running game. Everything's so predicated on the pass.
Yeah,
and in a short pass, so predicated on the receiver catching it and making something happen.
Which they have the horses to do that. Their players can do that.
But you come across like Baltimore. Baltimore's got great secondary at tackles. So the second game, we brought that offense out the second half. They didn't know what to do with it. This game, even though they were depleted, they knew what was happening. We started out the game in that 5-4 wide sit. And so they only do tackle the pass. So they did that the entire game. That's why it was so close. And I don't get fucking up. I don't know what the hell we were doing there. I mean, that punt fumble, that was the game right there. I was like, because it was over. Because he already intercepted him. He fumbled. They intercepted him for a touchdown. Punt to him. Bloop. I was like, oh, no, here we go.
Yeah.
So it was like,
gotta make it interesting, man.
That was Vegas shit right there.
I said to my uncle during that, I'm like, yo, I have a feeling that Ray is going to be sitting on the bench soon because he just had an awful game returning punts. Like he had that muff. He had that one punt that, like his second punt, he should have at least tried to fair catch it, and he got drilled. He just made some bad decisions. He let some.
But he played
Tuesday.
Good all year.
Or Wednesday.
He deserves the mulligan. That dude's been badass all year. Fuck no, he ain't going nowhere. He deserves. Yeah, one mulligan, one bad game. That dude's been amazing this year.
I tell you what, man. The funniest thing though, I still think about this is that message that Z sent to us that the Steelers wide receiver corps have the blackest names in the NFL. I was dying.
Oh, that was me.
That was Aaron.
You guys do, man. You got a Ray, a Juju, a Deontay.
Yeah, Deontay. And you said you got Chase. Oh.
Seriously, like the blackest name receivers ever. It's like,
yes, sir.
Going on, man. All from Compton.
Now,
what's up.
if we were to call them the Chase, it would have been different. That's what I'm calling them
The
now.
Chase.
The Chase Claypool.
Yeah, that's not, like, I don't know, like, and that's what's annoying about the Steelers too, man, is how the hell they get all these Pro Bowl type receivers every single season.
Because you got a Hall of Fame quarterback.
Frustrating, man.
Yeah, the answer is pretty. Well, it's two answers. Number one was three answers. Kevin Colbert, Mike Tomlin was a receiver in college, and Ben Roethlisberger.
Yeah.
But that's even going back before
No.
before Tomlin even came, man. Like, we're still getting put on the season.
Lions in Plexico. What the hell? You know?
Well, Plexico
yeah,
was good though.
Them dudes.
That still was good.
Yeah,
So was Antonio Holmes.
you can't miss on Plexico. He's a 10
Mike
top
Wallace.
10.
Mike
We're talking
Wallace
about
was a
one-
product of Ben Roethlisberger. Because trust me, he went to Miami, and I knew soon as I heard that Miami signed him for big money, I'm like, no, we just
No,
we just
we knew that too.
there's one hard and fast rule. There's one hard and fast rule. If I'm a GM in the NFL, if the Patriots or the Steelers are willing to get rid of a player, I don't want them. Period.
I don't agree with that.
Because
Let's
Most-
go now. Let's go on Super Bowl in New York.
No, plus this
Players.
players have had a lot of
Plenty
success.
of players leave. That's a fan myth. I don't know where. Okay, if you played,
there's some history
look, you
with
played
it though.
5 years in the league, we don't give you a contract. That means somebody else needs the contract. You know what I mean? It's a salary cap.
Yeah,
They made a
but
decision, and you go somewhere else, and your next contract.
I
Then
mean-
guess what? You don't lose that anyway.
it's
The length of the
but
league, you're gonna be in the league 3 years average.
This
A
is
4-year
this
average.
is a like trust me, like this is a feather in the cap of like Kohlberg and Belichick. Like they know when to get rid of players and players that just aren't going to pan out. Like yeah, Plexico may have had an okay career. Like he didn't win them the Super Bowl. He helped win them, but he wasn't their defense. The Giants' defense won them that Super Bowl.
Plexico has, I mean, listen, Plexico shot himself. That
Yeah.
was a mistake.
Yeah, he shot
Other than
himself
that,
in
if
the
he
foot,
had done
literally.
that, he would have had way longer, better career. So, but, I mean, no, and he got suspended by the league.
then-
I mean,
Think
he did a
about
bunch of shit to himself. It
think
really,
about
you couldn't
players
really
like
know
Chad
what kind of
Brown,
player he
Levon Kirkland. These are like all players
is.
that.
LeVon was there for 2 contracts, though. That was the end of his career.
Yeah,
with that.
but they know when to move on from players, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
A lot of teams
Cardinals,
don't.
man.
Trust me, as a Miami fan, you learn when you're in the bottom of the league. Like both of you guys, man, over the past 20 years, you guys really haven't had to deal with it. Like the Pittsburgh a couple of times, but man, I've went through at least 2 5-win seasons. I've went through I think a 4-win season once, a 1-win season where we, with Cam Cameron as our head coach, when we drafted Ted Ginn with our first overall draft pick, that Ted Ginn Jr. Like
that was backward. That's weird thinking. That's when everything switched over. People were still drafting like high receivers, they didn't have a quarterback figured out.
But then,
Now I think everyone figured out we need a quarterback.
That's like the Oakland Raiders mentality, man. Just get the fastest guy on the field and
yeah,
but you can't do nothing with
they
that.
killed him. They killed him because Ted Ginn wasn't even that highly regarded. There was questions about whether or not he was a first-round pick coming out of college.
But
Because
he
you
wasn't
can-
the fastest player. He was the fastest player coming out.
Yeah, we drafted a kick returner. We drafted a kick returner in the first
Yeah.
round. I mean, that is some Al Davis, man. Al Davis, drafted Sebastian
Yeah.
Janikowski in the first
that's some
round.
Al Davis shit.
Al Davis,
Al Davis pulled some shady shit.
Al Davis gets a hard on for somebody, man. That person's definitely getting fucked in black and silver. That's
Yeah, I mean, with Jamarcus Russell and
Mhm.
God, phenomenal picks that they've had.
but for every
Draft players
Jamarcus,
ain't for-
no. But you can't fault Al Davis. Al Davis, up until he started getting a little bit older, his draft record, like his track record, was unbelievable in finding players.
Yeah,
I
But
mean,
at some point, you gotta give up the ring.
yeah,
Yeah,
but
at some point.
yeah, topic though.
Checks, though.
I still think the Chiefs are beatable this year. They're not looking as even as sharp as last year.
I don't see it, man.
I don't know if the Steelers can do it.
They play really good teams. They're still winning. They're coming out on top. I mean, the only losses to the premier division. I'm not. My thing with them is, I mean, the Tampa Bay game. Everyone's shitting on Tampa Bay after that, and I'm like, if you really look at it, they came back on and they stopped them and scored like the entire second half.
But part of that was the Chiefs. Just they didn't maintain that level of I guess precision that they had. Like they didn't maintain that same level of intensity once they got out to that big lead. And then they had
I would say that great defense had something to do with that, though. I would say Ndamukong Suh has something to do with that. I would say like he was getting hit.
Yeah, but we're talking about Patrick Mahomes, though.
That's what I saw. I saw him getting hit, and I was like, okay, they can get to him. But I thought to myself, yeah, and Ndamukong Suh and those guys can get to him. It's like Tampa Bay. Everyone's showing Tampa Bay, right? They lost. All they lost to is like teams with great defense.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah. New Orleans twice.
They haven't lost any shitty teams.
Yeah.
They play a shitty team and blow them out. You know. I don't know.
So what? They lost New Orleans twice. KC.
The Rams, right?
Did the Rams beat them?
Yeah, I think the Rams beat them.
Yeah, they did.
Didn't the 49ers beat them? No.
Yeah. I think so because it's 5 losses. 1, 2, 3.
I don't think they've won since they've got Antonio Brown.
The Niners whoop your ass. The Niners whoop your ass with nobody on the team.
Yeah.
The Niners. That shit be killing me.
They're
like
deep,
you're like,
though.
oh, they didn't have COVID. They didn't got COVID. They just be hurt. And you're like, oh, they got teams out. And then you look at the score. 25-0. What the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
Running back there.
They got a lot of talent, man.
But
I mean, watch out next year for them too, because people always forget. You know what I mean? It's like they were just in the Super Bowl not that long ago. So,
but going back, like Chiefs, much like the Steelers, have not put together 4 quarters of good football once this year.
You mean 4 quarters in a row?
We have.
Yeah.
I know we have.
Yeah.
I know we have against the Browns and the Bengals. They ain't shit.
Ooh, and that's another thing. Woo, them Browns are coming for y'all, man. Like they're coming for you.
They're still a couple years away.
Listen. Don't do that. Don't do that to yourself.
No. I gotta hype it up. I gotta have some joy this season. Like that, if it's gonna be the Browns beating y'all asses like the last game of the year. It's the last game, right? Last game you guys play them?
I don't know if it's ever Cincinnati. Is it them? Is it the Browns? I don't even know.
Oh, I hope the last game is the Browns. You know, I hope you guys are about to go 16-0, and then they kind of give it to you guys.
Well, it depends on what Kansas City does. If Kansas City doesn't drop their game, I mean, if they're going to drop their game, we'll have to go 16-0. We need that fucking bye because we had to buy all year. We fucking the only other thing though, more importantly,
last game
on Monday. Is Wednesday is what the team from Washington that
Woo! Washington got a nasty defense, man.
This would be a good
team. They're like number 3 overall.
Yes.
I was like, wait, what?
Yes, they have
a draft picks on the D line. I was like,
their defense is nasty, and
they're number 5 against the Packers and shit. Yeah. I was like, what the fuck?
And they got 2 solid running backs. They got Antonio Gibson and J.D. McKissick. And everybody knows, about Terry McLaurin. He's a beast. So, yeah, they're building a nice team down there, man. Just protect Alex Smith, and they should do decent.
Listen, Alex Smith got busting because Bud's out. So, I mean, I never watched a game where I was more scared for a quarter of my life than watching Washington games. I'm just like, I'm going to feel watching. I mean, I don't know how I'm gonna feel. Like I'm like, yeah, I get him. I'm like, every time I saw him play, I was just like, coming on, like, oh god, fuck.
Imagine how his family feels watching that.
He shouldn't be fucking playing. I don't care what anyone says. He should not be fucking playing. Unless he blew all his goddamn money, he should not be fucking playing. They should have let him play. After that shit,
he almost died.
He got a little hump thing. I'm like, what the fuck?
Oh, dude.
His leg's reconstructed. There's a little hump on the inside of his leg. I was like, oh, what is that? The bone? What do they do? Is that padding? Dude, I don't know. They don't do. And I believe, listen, the Steelers gonna try to fuck him up. But like, they ain't gonna feel bad for him.
No, well, you guys lost Bud Dupree for the year, and who else? Yeah. You guys lost another linebacker, right?
Devin Bush.
Yeah, 55. Yeah, Bush.
Oh, okay, Bush.
Okay.
Bush was your matchup against Kelsey.
Fourth game of the year. Fourth game of the year, we lost Bush, I think.
Why can't the Steelers, they past few years, man, they've just been getting crushed with injuries, especially last year. Last year was bad.
That's the name of the game.
I don't think we're any different there.
Next man up, it's just part of it.
I think our defense isn't as varied. It doesn't use enough people. They actually started to do that more the last 2 years. They are playing more linebackers. They are switching players more than they used to. It used to be the front seven played 100% of snaps for years under the Bose system. And so recently they got away from it. So which is good. And it helps with injuries because now that Bud's gone, the rookie's going to be out there. A third-year defense outside linebacker, Ola Denlier, will be out there. And they've been getting snaps all year. So we'll see. I mean, I don't know. He's pretty good. The kid's pretty good. I mean, they drafted him to replace Bud if the money wasn't right with Bud. If Bud wanted too much, he's going to be used early.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to be used against. Against Alex Smith, a vet, 14-year guy. A good offense, a good run game. I want to see how he can stand up against the run. He does a lot of good things. He has a lot of good tape, but it's limited tape. My biggest fear in him being a rookie is that wall is coming up.
Yeah.
So, Chase, I think Chase hit the wall last game. He couldn't catch nothing. The ball was getting knocked out of his hands, and they took him off the field in the fourth in the end of the game to close the game out and put Washington in. So I think Chase might hit that fucking wall, and I hate to say that, but I was like, wait a second, where's all the plays are gone now? You know what I mean? The big time shit from early on. I think he hit the hook the rookie wall. I think that's, and
I think that fatigue is gonna, because now comes the psychological part of being an undefeated team. You know what I mean? It's like you're getting the best of every team every week, and now you got to maintain this high caliber play, and you're not gonna have that every week, and you got to fight through it.
I don't think that
mentality part of it is tough, man.
I don't think Tomlin has to feel that way. I think that the thing about them is that they're playing in close games. You know what I mean? More than that, more than just the record. They're playing close games, field games. They're engaged every game. I think they know they're not the best team in the fucking league. I mean, if you were, when you guys were undefeated, y'all were beating you by like 25. It's like, okay, clear. Yes. You know what I mean? You had that, and then it was, no, these guys are like, no, man, we just play hard. We played 4 quarters, and we're getting these wins. Like, they can try to no respect shit, but we all watch football.
Yeah.
We all know what's going on. We all know they're not dominating anybody, except for really, really bad teams. And some bad teams they play down to for whatever reason.
What's up, Diamond Bro? How you doing?
Man, yeah, you guys. It's gonna be interesting, man. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to seeing if you guys can pull it off. And because it's right now, like, the script is written for you guys too. The teams you guys play next in Washington, yes, they're tough, but they're still young. You guys should be able to get past them. And you guys play Cincinnati and Cleveland. All beatable teams.
The Bills. We should have beat the Bills last year. We didn't have Ben.
Ooh, you guys play
the Bills
and
Indianapolis. The old man's over there. The old Cowboy. Ben's buddy. Draft buddy. One of the guys picked before. So.
Philly Rivers. That's gonna be a tough game, man, because they can match up against a lot of people.
They can match up against our fire wide set.
Yeah.
They can definitely do that. They have quick enough secondary, quick enough linebackers. So that's going to be interesting to see how they play approach that. I still hope and pray that, I don't know how they're going to do it because, they're going to have one practice before. They're going to have one practice and a walk. They'll have 2 practices and a walkthrough before Monday.
Mm-hmm.
They played fucking Wednesday, so they're not gonna.
Oh, hold on, guys. We lost you for a second. Oh, you there? We're having some audio difficulties on my end. Give me 1 second to try to rewire this back up. Huh. Well, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to have to shut this stream down while I try to figure out this audio. So, thanks guys for